Well, the winds of change are blowing here in central and eastern Kentucky. You can feel that Arctic air moving in through the course of the afternoon here in central Kentucky. You're going to play catch up getting into this Friday evening. Winter storm warning across central and eastern Kentucky and the Ohio and Tennessee Valley, for that matter, rolling into the weekend. So, checking our current trends here, really the emphasis this weekend is on the impact. Don't get caught up in specific totals as far as snow. It's just, no matter the precipitation type, everyone is going to be affected by this. It is going to be messy, and it is not going to be fun to be out and about. Now, data-wise, the trend as far as that warmer layer just above the surface working farther to the north has continued. So much, in fact, it looks like an extended and prolonged icing event looks to be on the table for southern and southeastern Kentucky tomorrow night and into the day on Sunday. Conditions, they're going to deteriorate pretty quickly on Saturday because the air is so cold and the road temperatures will be as the snow starts. It's going to accumulate and travel. You want to not get out if you don't absolutely have to, especially as we get deeper into Saturday. Arctic cold and bitter wind chills on the backside and even the front side as well. I'll show you why here in a second. So starting you out 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, I think southern southeast Kentucky, a lot of your snow is going to come initially tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. And then as we progress into early Sunday, look at how the pink, which is the wintry mix, works up toward the Kentucky 80 Howell Rogers Parkway corridor and then actually tries to push as far north as the I-64 corridor. This always happens, it seems, with these systems. 4 or 5 days out, looks like the colder air will win out from top to bottom, and then inevitably that warmer nose is very, very tricky just above the surface, and it's kind of the fly in the ointment, so to speak, and we're going to see that in play. And now on the backside, as things wind down, we'll begin to see the snow come to an end, maybe some additional accumulation as we wrap it up into Monday. So as far as snow totals are concerned, no big major changes along 64, including Lexington, 10, 11, maybe 12-ish, especially north of the city. It's a sharper gradient the farther south that you go because a lot of what we see snow is going to be late tomorrow into the evening, and then we're going to see a lot of that trimmed down because of the icing accumulation, and this is a concern down here in red. Maybe a light glaze mixed in at some point on Sunday, but you get a quarter to half-inch ice accretion or accumulation. That's when it begins to weigh down the trees, the power lines, and you start to get power outages and the likes of something to really monitor into the second half of the weekend. So timing wise, the snow moves in quick and it starts to stick immediately. So keep that in mind. Anything you need to do it early tomorrow. Snow north, ice south. Now the exact track, not set in stone fully, so any adjustment, that's going to adjust totals. We wind things down and then we worry about the bitter cold. So we've been telling you to get prepared. Of course, follow your forecast right here. Get everything done you need as far as around the house, stocking up and the like. And if you've got weekend plans, even if you don't cancel them, they're probably going to get rescheduled anyway because that's the trend with a lot of folks. And again, don't travel if you don't absolutely have to. Today, of course, cold. We had some sunshine. Mount Sterling and Montgomery County, you're at 23 now. The winds have been pretty stiff out of the northwest, and you see what's happening. Still southern southeast Kentucky, low to mid 30s, but it's getting colder. We're at 20 Lexington, 18 Williamstown, and look at the wind chills. Those are going down. So if you're heading out this evening, you obviously need to dress accordingly, maybe last minute preps and the like, because the air is coming from back here, and it's 8 in Indy and 6 in St. Louis, so that will be in here by tomorrow morning. Arctic high pressure setting up over western Iowa. Look at all the moisture gathering out here to the west. That's going to be moving our way. Now, here in the short term, we got some issues heading into tomorrow morning. Temperatures, mid to upper single digits here in the bluegrass, low teens down south. And then watch what happens as the day wears on. By mid to late afternoon, snow's in here. We're only in the mid to upper teens. So again, it will easily stick and begin to accumulate. The other element to this is the wind, with winds north-northeast 10 to 15. Wind chills around 0 this evening, and in the morning they are going to be below 0 for a period of time. And even tomorrow afternoon as the snow begins, they'll be in the single digits. No picnic to be out, but to that end, cold weather advisory tonight until noon tomorrow for the lower wind chills. And again, that's even before the snow starts. Once we get through everything, the Arctic air mass is going to be locked in, it looks like, for a while. So a few clouds, breezy, very cold, 7 above, but it's going to feel below 0 in the morning. Tomorrow, that's when we begin to ramp things up. Breezy and cold, only 17, maybe 20 is down south. Northeast wind 10 to 15. Snow arriving. Again, just kind of pack it in this weekend if you can. Weather impact days, both Saturday and Sunday. Once we wind it down on Monday, we clear it out, fresh snowpack in place. Yeah, below 0 temperatures Tuesday morning. A little clipper Wednesday brings a reinforcing shot of colder air with afternoon highs late next week, still in the upper teens and low 20s.